Yeah, I have to take a 30-minute break, but there was no places to park, so I just found some little side street off the side of the interstate. Get over here and it says no parking all along the street, but I have no choice. Plus, this is like a perfect place for her to kind of get some fresh air. She doesn't get fresh air very often. I cannot believe how cold it is out here. After spending 2 weeks at home in Florida, you forget how cold it is up here up north. This is insane. It's like 87 degrees at home, close to 90. Up here it's like living in a refrigerator. Watch out. You don't want to go out there. You don't want to go out there. Yeah, I have to take a 30-minute break, but there was no places to park, so I just found some little side street off the side of the interstate. Get over here and it says no parking all along the street, but I have no choice. Plus, this is like a perfect place for her to kind of get some fresh air. She doesn't get fresh air very often. Well, I should be at my final destination about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The hometown of Johnny Carson out here in Nebraska. Norfolk. I think that's what it's called. Norfolk? Fremont? Norfolk? One of those. I think it's Norfolk where I'm going, which is the boyhood home of Johnny Carson. If I get there early enough, and now I don't got my Segway with me, it's in the RV. If I had it with me, it'd be a lot easier to get around town, I'm sure. But my plan is to find a place to park. I don't know if they got Uber at that little baby town in Nebraska. If they got Uber, it'll be easy. If not, I got a lot of walking to do, but I would really like to take you guys to his boyhood home, and I know they got a museum there because I've been there before, but it was closed. It's just, every time I go there, it's the wrong time of year. My plan is to take you guys to see that stuff today. Fingers crossed that that's what's going to happen. Well, but it's not just Minnesota, it's other states. They take a lot.
At the traffic circle, take the second exit onto Minnesota 60 West, US 59 South.
Did you get that? But they do this everywhere. So they take a lot of their old railroad trestles and tear out the train tracks, and they make it part of their walkways, pathways, hiking ways. But Minnesota and Wisconsin have been doing this. Instead of putting stop signs on a lot of their back roads, they've been putting these roundabouts.
Exit the traffic circle onto Minnesota 60 West.
Well, they call them traffic circles.
For 106 miles.
That's what Google just said. But yeah, so they put, I guess it's cheaper to build a circle than it is to put a stoplight or a stop sign in, a four-way stop. I don't know what the reasoning is, but it's great if you're in a car, a motorcycle, or a bicycle, but when you're taking these roads and you're in a long vehicle, like a motorhome or a tractor trailer, you're running over the sidewalks with the end of your trailer. I don't know if they actually thought of that. A lot of trucks and RVers take these back roads. One more state to go. Just got to get through Iowa. Well, I just received a phone call from my dispatcher stating that my 3 pickups I did in Jacksonville and my 2 deliveries that I'm making, the one I just made in Minnesota and the last one I might be making here in Nebraska, isn't all that I'm going to be doing. Because of the last delivery, there were 10 boxes that Walmart distribution did not accept because they did not order. Now, normally when things like that happen, they either give the stuff to the driver or tell you to dump it in the dumpster somewhere. But because the product is frozen Florida lobster claws, well, they're just not going to give that stuff away. Supposedly, 10 boxes is $1,000 worth of product. So they put it back on my trailer and said, continue on to your last stop here in Nebraska, which I'm still in Iowa. And we'll figure out what to do with those 10 boxes because, like I said, that they don't want you to throw $1,000 worth of lobster in a dumpster, and they're definitely not going to give it to the driver. So I received my phone call this morning to get down here to Nebraska, deliver what I need to down here, and then tomorrow drive all the way back to Minnesota to take the lobster claws back to where my first delivery was. They're going to get those people at the Walmart distribution to accept those 10 boxes of lobster, turning my 3 pickups and 2 deliveries into 3 pickups and 3 deliveries, adding about 380 miles to my trip. So I'm not going to complain because, well, that's money in my pocket. That's an extra trip. Granted, it's going back to the location I started at. These little small farm towns. It just blows me away that people actually live out here and live happy lives. I mean, I don't know what they do. What do they do for fun out here? I mean, I know cow tipping was a thing, but I don't think they even have too many cows here. It's basically corn. You don't go corn tipping. Or do they? Can you corn tip?
Welcome to Nebraska.
That didn't take too long. So I got about 77 more miles and I'll be where I need to be. I forgot that, like, Sioux City, Iowa was right on the border of Nebraska. Then I crossed that river and it said, welcome to Nebraska. Things you never pay attention to. So Sioux City, Iowa is kind of like Kansas City, Missouri. It's Kansas City, but it's in Missouri and Kansas. It's kind of in both. And Sioux City is kind of the same way. Well, I mean, it's not in Kansas or Missouri, but it is in Iowa and Nebraska. So confusing. Something else that's confusing is Google wants me to turn on backcountry farm roads for 77 miles, or I can keep going straight. So the shortest way is backcountry roads, but the problem is I'm in a tractor trailer, and a lot of times Google gets me mixed up. But you know what? I'm going to take the backcountry roads, I'm thinking. Which a lot of times,
Turn left onto Nebraska 110 South.
it's a mistake. I have a decision to make in 0.3 miles. Oh, you know what? Let's do it. Let's
Next left onto Nebraska 110 South.
Let's make this mistake. You guys will tag along with me. Okay, here we go. Mistakes are meant to be made.
Nebraska 110 South for 2 miles.
always cringe when this happens. And what makes it bad now is because a lot of the snow seems to have melted off here in Nebraska. You can see out the window here. It's all muddy and water-filled. So if this ends up being a mistake, I can't just find some place to pull off on the side of the road and turn around because, well, I'll get stuck. I'll just sink in the mud. But that's just part of the excitement. Part of the exploration. And last night, I woke up about midnight, and I thought to myself, you know what? You're going to be in the middle of some country. You're going to be in the middle of nowhere. You could probably get some pretty great not phone footage, but drone footage. So I went ahead and took my DJI Mavic Pro. Yeah, I don't have the Air, I have the Pro. And I charged up the battery to the controller and the drone so I can do a software update because I'm sure I got one. And if I find a place that I can get some pretty cool drone footage, maybe like icebergs floating down a river, clogging up a bridge.
Half a mile, turn right onto Nebraska 35 West.
What? It wants me to turn right up here. But if I could find a place to take the drone up, I'm pretty much prepared. I got fully charged batteries. Okay, that road directly in front of me turns to dirt. A dirt road. But I'm not going to go down that way. I'm going to turn right. Okay, this road actually looks pretty nice. Not too bad. So yeah, I'm seriously thinking if I could find a place to pull over, because I'm going to be like 8 hours early to where I need to be, I got plenty of time to kind of goof around. And the temperature is warming up to 39 degrees, which is okay for drone flying. I think you're not supposed to fly in, 32 degrees or below because it wear and tear on your battery. But 39 degrees, I mean, I have not flown my drone. Yeah, I'm saying drone singular because I gave away my DJI Spark, which I need to replace. I love that little thing. But I haven't flown it all season, all winter. Even though I've been to Florida and been home quite a bit, where it's been 80 degrees, I still haven't flown it much. Even when I was in my motorhome, I had opportunities, but I did not take advantage of them. But today there is a possibility. It just has to be something that looks amazing, that would be great from the air, and also I need a safe place to park. Well, we got about 2 more miles and got to turn down another road. So far, Google, you're doing me right today. Finally. You watch, I probably spoke way too soon. And she can care less. It's so weird. Sometimes in the comment sections, I'll get messages like, "Where's your kitty? You haven't shown your kitty in a long time." I try and show her in every video, whether she's laying over there in the window hammock thing or snoozing in my lap. I always try and show her a little bit.
Left to stay on Nebraska 35 West.
But she's not always out. I mean, I carry a bag, a paper bag from the Hard Rock that's getting pretty worn and used up. I need to get her another one, but I just leave it back there on my bed.
Continue on Nebraska 35 West for 4 miles.
And a lot of times she'll be back there sleeping inside the paper bag. That's one of her favorite places to lay. And I don't have a robotic gimbal set up back there in my bunk to just activate to show when she's sleeping back there. So I don't normally show her when she decides to spend all day back there. But yeah, she's with me. I haven't thrown her out yet. There's been times though. have noticed, I mean, there is gas stations out here in the middle of nowhere in these small towns that have like population 50. There'll be a gas station, a couple houses, maybe a church or two. But if you're in a truck, like I'm in, you better fuel up 200 miles back, because none of these gas stations in these small towns, you're not going to get any fuel. So you better make sure, if you're heading up here into nowhere Nebraska or nowhere Iowa, you got to be prepared, because you can go hundreds and hundreds of miles without a place to fuel up. Yeah, that's right. I go from talking about my kitty cat to getting fuel. Pretty good about changing subjects. Google is just telling me to turn right, turn left. I'm going down a lot of different country roads today.
Take the next right to stay on Nebraska 35 West.
But the good news is, it looks like trucks are still allowed on these roads. I mean, and why wouldn't they be? You figure there's a lot of cornfields around here. This corn has to get shipped out somehow. I mean, it has to go to these grain silos and to the rail cars, and it doesn't just get there by itself. It has to get there by a truck. So trucks have to be allowed on these roads, I guess. But still no places to pull over and fly the drone. I may not be able to do it today. And I know definitely tomorrow I'm not going to be able to, because I'll be going right back to Minnesota. Not that I can't fly the drone in Minnesota, it's just I don't think I'm going to have enough time to goof off, like the time I'm going to have later this afternoon. So I'm assuming they don't have Uber up here. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get to Johnny Carson's boyhood home unless I decide to put some miles under my toes, which means walking. So I could probably just end up killing that time practicing editing, and I'll probably do it on this video here. That's what I'm thinking. Practicing some editing skills and playing with different programs for SEO, keyword searches, and stuff like that. Making this video extremely exciting to where people are just going to want to watch. So for like the last 8 videos you guys consumed, those were already in the can, put together poorly, and I rushed to get them out so I can have time to be creative and make some amazing content just like you're seeing right now. I mean, does it show? Does it show that I'm putting effort in? I'm being sarcastic. But I think I'm learning something right now. I'm learning, though, even though you create enough time to be able to try and be creative, sometimes it's not enough just to have the time. You also have to, be somewhere that, I don't know, somewhere that lets that creativity flow, lets you get out and do things and explore and shoot video that people are going to want to see. Ow, cat, get your claws out of my leg. Yeah, you just sit there. You sit there. Lick yourself. Lick yourself. Just sit there. Lick yourself. But it's not only creating the time to be able to do the stuff, you actually have to get out and be able to explore, get the content. So it's kind of a two-way street. A 2-lane street here. That's a two-way, right? So this is all part of the learning process, why I created the time, so I can learn. And I'm learning. Learning that Minnesota's actually colder than Nebraska because there's no snow on the ground here at all. Learning that if I feed her too much, she chows down and ends up throwing up all over the floor. Yeah, that happened. I mean, I know there's jobs out there that people do where they can just have the freedom to do whatever they want. A lot of people live on this platform, just creating videos. What are you doing clawing the seat? I can't do that. Like a lot of you guys probably can't do that. You have to work, and you have to find that time, right? Right? We have to find the time and the content, and then learn how to put it together. So just because I can't get out, fly the drone, and have a great day doing all that, or checking out Johnny Carson's boyhood home because I'm too lazy to walk 5 city blocks. I mean, that's about how far I'm going to have to walk once I get there if I decide to do it. I could use the time to learn how to create better videos and put them together. Would you look at this? There's a guy on the opposite side of me coming in the fuel islands the wrong way. He thought I was splitting, but I'm going inside to get a coffee. Let's see, we're all facing this way. This guy here, he's hoping I'm going to move. Psyched him out, though. He's going to have to wait. All right, back in the truck. And that guy came, he was a little bit angry. Where's he at? Can you see him in the mirror over there? He's a little angry that I didn't get off the fuel island and pull out. But I pulled out the fuel island so people behind me could pull in. He just decided to come in the exit. The entrance is over there. So I really don't feel guilty. Well, I know those little deli gas station taco mini things are not the healthiest of food, but they were pretty tasty. They were like Doritos with taco meat in the middle. And actually the perfect finger food while you're driving. 2.8 miles and I have to turn again. But I know I'm getting closer to my destination. 29 more miles. So what was I talking about before I hit that little gas station? Time. The whole creating time that I've been trying to do this week. Yeah, so sometimes it takes more than time. I think that's going to be the title of the video. Sometimes it takes more time. I don't know if there's any keywords in there. I have to check that out. That's why I'm taking time to learn. Sometimes it takes more than time. Ooh, that sounds good. Sometimes it's just good to waste time, right, kitty? Time wasted is time well spent. Ooh, I like that too. I might have to turn that into a shirt meme. Okay, Google wants me to turn here. It doesn't even look like there's a road there. But there's a vehicle turning in front of me, so...
Take the next left to stay on Nebraska 35 West.
Let's do it.
Continue on Nebraska 35 West for 22 miles.
This is... Alright, I'm having a pretty good day. For the most part. And look at these rolling hills. Rolling hill roads. That is awesome. I would love to fly the drone as I drive down the road and just have the drone track me. No vehicles, just my truck driving down the road, aerial footage. Just, I'm really afraid to pull over with the ground that soft and set the drone up to track me. Maybe I can get back up here in the summertime, and I think I'm going to give that a shot. Well, I think we're getting close. Close. Google is saying I'm 2.5 miles away. And that I have to turn left. That means I got 2 miles to get in this left lane. I should probably do it now. Avoid that Nebraska left lane traffic. And I know I'm going to be close to Johnny Carson's boyhood home because it says turn left on Johnny Carson Boulevard. So I'm actually going to have a decision to make once I end this video if I should start a new video that you guys might see next week of Johnny Carson's boyhood home. Am I willing to risk pain to my toes and bottoms of my feet to walk 5 or 6 city blocks, not just regular city blocks, kind of Nebraska city blocks, to bring you guys to a legend's home, which I don't think we're allowed to go inside because I believe somebody lives there. I'm going to have to do a little bit of research.
1,000 feet, turn left onto South 13th Street, Johnny Carson Boulevard.
Johnny Carson. I wonder if Ed McMahon has his own street. Well, the 4-way stop here at Johnny Carson Boulevard seems to be pretty busy. Something else. Is Ed McMahon passed away, or has he passed away? I don't even know. He's got to be at least 100 years old by now, if he's still alive. I don't know. That's something I'm going to have to research also. Well, we made it, kitty. We made it. Norfolk, Nebraska, to a little truck stop. I'm just delivering right over there beyond these trucks right there. But like I said, I have until 10 o'clock tonight before I have to be over there, and it's only 1:30 in the afternoon. So I'm going to go ahead and use this amazing app, and they also have an Instagram page. You guys should probably check them out. Sometimes they host my pictures. I'll send them a picture, and they'll put it on their website. Great, great people. Roadside America. Okay, so let's find out how far Johnny Carson's boyhood home is from here, not Jacksonville. Let's get an accurate reading. Johnny Carson Gallery is 1.9 miles. Ooh, we got the Clown Doll Museum is 29 miles. So Johnny Carson's boyhood home isn't on here, otherwise it'd be right here next to the museum, which is just down the street from his house. I know because, like I said, I've been there. Pearson Wildlife Museum, Bells of the Prairie, Storming D-Day, not DJ, Beach in Nebraska. Smallest city hall in the United States is 52 miles. Skull and Bones of Hero Elephant. Ooh, I'd like to see that. That's 59 miles. That's in South Dakota. We're up here, though. Oh, what was that? Big monument to Lewis and Clark's only fatality. That could be interesting, too. Death spot of booze-hating churchmen. Wow, so many cool things in this area. But this is where we want to go. Town Museum hails its most famous son. Johnny himself helped select the artifacts before he died in 2005. A pilgrimage stop for fans of the old Tonight Show. 1.9 miles without a segue. I'm definitely going to need more than finger tacos to build up the energy to make that walk, because that means it's 2 miles there, 2 miles back. That's 4 miles. I think I could do it, and then edit this video tonight, and then put that one together, the museum. You know what? Let me get motivated. Right, kitty? Should we get motivated? What? Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. And I promise me, I am trying to learn. So over the next 2, 3, 4 weeks, 12 months, my videos should start progressively getting better. I'm hoping. We'll just have to see it. Maybe though, even if I could just get them ranking higher in search, that would be amazing. But until the next time, please remember to like, give it that thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs down if your feet smell like finger tacos. And share. Please. Until the next time, guys, I love you all. Peace out, everybody.